So Japan. Japan first importing tea and culture from China as well. And also importing tea and cultures. The first form of tea brought from China was probably tea cake. And then the seeds were imported from China and cultivation in Japan to begin at that time. So that's the first Japanese tea book of regarding the green tea. I think that is a very good sentence about tea. Tea is ultimate mental and medical remedy and has ability to make one's life more full and complete. I think that's really good sentence and description. It's really far. It's in the 12th century and people knows tea so much. So I think that's great. And the 13th century, roasting process introduced to Japan. And that's almost similar stage in Ming Dynasty. 16th century, the tea culture emerges. That is quite popular. And the Japanese got their own way of drinking tea. That time, a way of tea was established. 18th century, modern Japan green tea introduced. So they invented a kind of Japanese sencha, as it called unfermented green tea. I think sencha is really popular in most of their green tea drinks in Japan at the moment. 19th century, machine replaced hand rolling in Japan. 20th century, automation increases superiority, and Japanese make sure they produce exceptional quality and make all their green tea is very high quality at the moment through the automation. So through the history, we can see the method produce different teas from the history. You can see that's obviously in the tea we can see 4 tea. One is white tea, green tea, oolong tea, and black tea. So white tea very simple. It is watching, drying, and white tea. Green tea, that's if we put a jasmine flower into the process, we'll be making a jasmine tea. And also, if we do not put jasmine, it will be normal green tea. And also, oolong tea is short fermented, it's a half fermented. That's producing oolong tea. If for the black tea, it's a full fermented process. That's why it's black tea. The color is quite dark. So next section will be evidence. So there's quite a lot of health benefits of the green tea. So I will introduce 4 in vivo clinical trials about green tea extract. The ingredients we're using is T-Nova 80 and EGC 99%, EGCG 90%. T-Nova 80 is almost like polyphenol 98% and the EGCG 60%. So these 3 in vivo test is done by Novartis ourselves. So our company done it this using standard rats. And that one is the recent published study about the EGCG against the hepatocellular carcinoma is the liver cancer. So that's published in April 2010. It's just a recent study. So the first one, we're using mice and male and female mice half and half. So fed the animal with high-fat feed for 60 days. Ingredients of high-fat feeds: 90% basil feed, and 1% clustering, and 10% lard, and 10% yolk powder. That's the combination of the very fat ingredients. And we fed the rats for 60 days. So that's divided in 4 groups. So one is the control group, is nothing there and just feed very. And the control group fed with basic food feed and drank freely. And the model were fed with high-fat feed and drank freely. So the third and fourth group, we just using our ingredients. One is T-Nova 80 group fed with high-fat feed and drank filter with 0.35% T-Nova 80 mixed with their food. The other group with EGCG 90%, and that's also the same concentration with T-Nova EGCG 90%. So we collected blood by exporting eyeball, and then up to 12 hours before blood collection. So we studied 2. One is regulating cellular lipid effects. The other is antioxidant effects. So you can see TEC, total cholesterol. So it's just reduced massively. So using green tea extract, if the rat does not eat, then will be stand very high here as well. So these two is T-80 group and the EGCG control group. And it reduced that is significantly reduced the blood TG. So that is HDL. Also, that significantly increased the blood HDL here. And so that's the conclusion of the green tea extract. Both grades could significantly reduce the level of TC and TG and significantly increase the level of the HDLC. We don't find any difference between these two grades, EGC 90% and EGCG 6%. But obviously, people more like EGC 90%. It's almost 10 times more expensive than EGCG 6%. So that's the industry, and the consumer like it. So antioxidant. So antioxidant is a figure about GSHPX activities. So obviously, the green tea extract group could significantly increase these GSHPX activities. SOD activity same, and it's quite significantly increased SOD activity. It's quite a potent antioxidant. So can significantly reduce MDA. And also, how to say that one? TLOC of the model group was significantly higher than the control group, but after 60 days, the former was significantly lower than control group, and the T-80 and T-EGC groups were significantly higher than model group. So that's the NO content, yeah. So that is we found is lower than control group, but T-80 and T-EGCG groups could significantly increase the NO content. So that's the conclusion. Say these two grades of green tea extract, one is EGCG 6%, one is EGCG 90%, can significantly improve the activities of GSHPX and TLOC. Both could be significantly eliminate MDA, and both had no elimination of NO, but could increase the level of the NO in serum. There was no obvious difference between these two grades of green tea extract. So the next will be weight loss. The same, we use standard rats, but that's male rats. Fed the animals with high fat carbohydrates for 4 weeks. There's also 4 groups. So there's third and fourth group we fed green text like body weight per day, like 100 milligram per kilo. So we study these figures. So these results shows these two grades develop significantly less weight over 4 weeks than the model group received the same diet without any green tea catechins. Also, these two grades significantly reduced the body fat over 4 weeks as well.